So we're here at the Origin factory. As you can see behind me, the shift just shut down and wanted to talk about a few things. You know, over the years, we've recreated jiu-jitsu gear. We've recreated the kimono, the gi, whatever you want to call it. We've stripped it down to nothing, and this year built it back up, starting from scratch, as if it's never been created. And I wanted to go into detail about what we built and why we built it. If technology wasn't a hindrance, if we had no limitations, what would we do? So what we did is we went all the way back down to the fiber. And what we did is we developed this fiber, which we're calling Synth. You can see it's got see the little hairs on it? That's because it's twisted. It's a high twist ratio, which makes it like 100 times stronger than traditional yarns. Even this single fiber, to break it is very difficult. If you two-ply this thing, I don't even know if I can break a two-ply. No, I can't. Two plies. Almost impossible to break. And I want to show you how this works. So when these things are twisted together, normal, let's just say 100% cotton, it looks like this. This is what? I got these little wooden boxes, but good visual aids. I feel like I'm in high school again. These little wooden boxes, this is what a cotton fiber looks like. And this is what our Synth fiber looks like. So as you can imagine, these fibers, they go together, okay? And then they get spun into this yarn right here. Here's my visual aid. Here's my cotton fibers. I'm gonna start putting them together, all right? And what you're gonna notice here is that in between every fiber, we've created a triangle. And this is why they say cotton kills, because within these triangles is where water gets captured, within the fiber. And that's why cotton kills, technically. And that's why sometimes it's used in performance fibers and fabrics, but not a lot of it. Here's our new Synth fiber, 18 months in the making. As you can see, as the fibers go together, there's actually no gaps. There's nowhere for water to go. And so these fibers are spun together into this yarn. On a nano level, they're spun together. But the idea was that we wanted to create a dry system. So we're like, okay, well, we also want this thing to wick the moisture. And we want to loosen it up a little bit, almost to act like a sieve or a colander so the water can escape through and in between these spun fibers. So if you actually hold our gi up to the light, you're gonna see space in between the weave where air can go through and also water can go through. So it's not gonna get trapped inside the fiber and it's gonna get pushed through the fiber. A lot of benefits to this. It's a cold system, almost it's a dry system. It wicks moisture really fast. It's super comfortable, super soft, and the strength of the weave itself is pretty phenomenal. As you can see here, this is Dragon Weave Gen 3, and we say it's not just woven, which it is, it's actually synthesized because we built it from the fiber up. So like any fine piece of gear, this is gonna take a little bit to break in. Like when you buy a new car, you know, drive for the first 2,000 miles, don't step on the pedal too hard. Like our boots, Origin boots we're making, you know, you put those things on, there's gonna be a little break-in period. You're gonna wanna wear them into your foot. Well, it's the same thing with this kimono, with this ski, the new Rift. Because we designed this thing from scratch, engineered it from scratch, we spun this yarn so tightly, but we're weaving it loose. And so we get the benefits of tensile strength, but we also get the benefits of moisture wicking and an airiness and a lightness to the product. And all these strong fibers, once they're spun, the weak ones, they bloom out. And what happens is those will ball up. Some people call it pilling, some people call it balling up or linting up. And what you can do is you can, the first maybe 6 times break-in period, you can let that happen and you can keep training harder and they'll fall off, or you can buzz them off, which I think a lot of people have done in the past with our products. This is something that has been the talk of the factory for 18 months. 18 months. We had to do test batches, weaving, spinning yarn, weaving fabric, and the time it takes to make yarn and then weave fabric, I mean, you're talking weeks and months in between all the test batches before we finally got it perfect. And that's part of the reason this has taken so long. But once it's woven and put together, what's cool is that all the stitch lines, all the points of this garment, this jacket, they actually terminate to a singular point, so there's no trimming on the gi. Everything just flows together so naturally and symmetrically. This is exciting stuff. This is it's revolutionary, it's groundbreaking, and we're excited to share it with you.